Alright, what's up everybody? Quancredible here, and it sucks that I have to make this kind of video because I was just really busy today. So I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare a proper video for you all. So instead I would bring to you my Chipotle story, which is funny because I feel like I could have talked about this in the live stream or in the last live stream I had, but I guess I just didn't have a chance. You will be getting your regular, upload stuff, but this is just, so I don't fail the challenge essentially and have to deal with a consequence. I really don't want that. So you guys are going to get this story. So the other day, and actually periodically on my channel, if you've been here for a while, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that I will wear a Chipotle t-shirt, the kind that they wear, at Chipotle for the workers. There's actually a funny story about that because in my last time I wore it, I was talking about how I'm actually non-hireable at any Chipotle ever. Like, I'm just blacklisted from Chipotle's across the world, or not the world, I guess, just the estates from working there. And it all goes back to Quancredible in college. Now, Quancredible in college is not too different from Quancredible now, but he just often found himself in very odd situations. So this all started with my roommate in the dorms at the college I went to. I'm not going to say his real name. We're just going to call him James. He was my Italian friend James that worked at Chipotle. That's just what we're going to call him. So one day James was letting me know that they were giving away free ice cream downtown for people that worked in the downtown area. And I did not work in the downtown area at all, but he did. He worked at a Chipotle in the downtown area. So he said, so I was like, dang, I wish I could get some free ice cream. So he's like, all right, dude, I got you. I'll give you one of my t-shirts. I know it's weird how all this leads into it, but just stay with me. So he gave me one of his Chipotle t-shirts. I throw it on or whatever, and we go downtown and we get ice cream. Bam, free ice cream, easiest free ice cream ever. Quancredible loves ice cream. That is like ice cream brownies, they're up here. Either one of those, I'll fall into it every single time. But it didn't just stop there, because with my friend James, we all have that friend. We all have that friend that gets us into positions or into scenarios that us by ourselves would have never gotten into. So from there, he was like, "Oh man!" Like, he got a text on his phone from Chipotle saying that like they needed him at another store to go help out. So he was like, "Oh, dude, yeah, I gotta go." Unfortunately, he was the one who drove me down there. He drove me downtown, like all the way down there to get the free ice cream. So I was like, well, I don't, can you take me home first or what?
He's like, come on, man. All you gotta do is ride with me. It'll be fine. It's no big deal. I just gotta go here, grab some things, help out a little bit. It'll be fine.
I'm like, all right, like it's like a Saturday or something. Like, I didn't have anything better going on, so I go with him, and then we go to this other Chipotle. It's not one he works at, but it's like a different one. And then he runs in for like a couple seconds. I was on my phone in his car just chilling, and then he runs back out. He's like,
all right, dude, I told them that you're like a new hire from our store, so we need you to come in and help us.
And I'm like, James, I've literally never worked at a Chipotle before. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like,
it's cool, dude. Like, you've been to Chipotle a bunch of times. It's not even gonna be that hard. We just need you to do some stuff in the back.
So I'm completely out of my element in this moment because I'm in the back of the Chipotle grabbing boxes, grabbing meats and stuff for them, like just doing random stuff for them in this Chipotle, and they don't know that I don't work here, but I know I don't work here, so it just makes me feel very uncomfortable. Like, I just feel so uncomfortable. And I was there for probably like an hour or two, just like randomly helping out, and it was just so odd. But you might be wondering, like, did I get caught or something? No, I actually technically did not get caught, but this is what leads me into like what does get me blacklisted from Chipotle. And after that, I needed a job at the moment, so I was like, dude, you should just like get me in at freaking Chipotle. I did it, and it was super easy. Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do it. So he sets me up with an interview with his manager or whatever. Like, he kind of pushes my app through to get to the interview stage. And Chipotle, I don't know if anybody's ever interviewed at Chipotle, but a lot of times they'll do like a group interview session, or if you've ever had a group interview session where like it's the person who's doing the interviews, and then there's probably like a couple, like four, maybe probably like 3 to 5 of you all at once doing the interview. And when I got to the Chipotle for the interview, the guy who was doing the interviews was one of the guys at the other store who had seen me helping work out there. So he looked at me and he was like, "Don't you already work for Chipotle?" I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I could have swore I just seen you at Chipotle like last week. I was like, no, I eat at Chipotle. I don't work for them. And it's like, no, I'm 100% for sure I saw you there. I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. So then I did like the worst thing ever that you can do in one of these moments. I asked to go to the bathroom. I asked to go to the bathroom because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, he's gonna find out. I'm gonna get in trouble. Like I don't I like, and then in trouble. Like, what does that even mean? It's like it's not like he's gonna call the cops on me or something. But it's like I didn't know what to do. So I asked to go to the bathroom, and I just leave. Like I just leave and never come back. I never come back. And when my friend got back to the dorms that day, I asked him, or he asked me about the interview, and I was like, yeah, dude, you didn't tell me it was gonna be the one guy who was there when I was there earlier. And he was like, oh, dude, I didn't know he was doing the interviews here. And I asked him, did he hear anything about it? And he was like, well, I didn't talk to him directly, but I did overhear them talking about the interviews, and they were talking about this guy who left. And I'm assuming that would have been you. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And I was asking him, did you catch what they had said? And James basically told me that, yeah, basically your name is on the completely no hire, like you're blacklisted on basically working at Chipotle essentially at this point. So if you ever wanted to work at Chipotle, you essentially can't. And that is basically the story of how that happened. Very lots of dumb things happened on that one, and I'd probably do it again, honestly. I mean, at the end of the day, I got free ice cream out of it in the very beginning, so I consider that a win. But yeah, that's essentially the Chipotle story. It's kind of funny because I never thought I'd be given like a story time on YouTube for anybody who cares. Also, if you made it to the end of this story, like, wow, kudos to you, because I really wouldn't expect anybody to actually watch this entire thing. But yeah, aside from that, I appreciate you for stopping by. Sorry I have to bring you this kind of video. Regular content coming tomorrow. So yeah, other than that, I got nothing else to say. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I'm out.